Something big at corner could change this defense not in December, but right now. It's the kind of move that doesn't just patch a hole. It flips the lights on for the whole secondary. The way a good safety check resets an engine before a road trip. If you're a Lions fan who cares about January football, stay with me. Because the next few minutes might be the difference between hoping stops arrive and knowing exactly how they're going to arrive. Here's the tension. Depth gets you through the noise of a season, but matchup winners get you through the playoffs. Detroit has built a room with competitors, length, and speed. What they haven't had consistently is that one corner who erases a type of route tree on command and lets Aaron, Glenn call the aggressive stuff without checking the rearview mirror every snap. When a roster is this close, Bo becomes responsible. What are we actually going to unpack today? 3 buckets, clean and simple. 1. The defensive structure and why the next addition must be more than a jersey. It has to be a fit. 2. Market realities, timelines, and the kind of contract that keeps flexibility for Brad Holmes. 3. How this move would change Sunday, red zone, 3rd and 7. 2-minute in ways you can feel from your couch. Quick pitch stop for the family. Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report. Tap subscribe. Ring the bell, and drop a like so more Detroit diehards catch this in real time. This community runs on smart fans and loud stadiums, and you're both. All right, let's talk ball. Big picture first. The Lions' identity on defense is strain and clarity, rally, tackle, make quarterbacks read post-snap movement they don't want to read. AG mixes press, off-man, and match zone. The safeties roll late. Nickel is a weapon, not a compromise. When it hums, the front squeezes throwing lanes and the back end steals time. But the NFC doesn't wait. If you want to travel to February, you need one more cover piece who survives the league's favorite calls, slot fades, dagger, spear RPO, and the high-low flood on the boundary without needing constant help. That's the profile. Mirror match feet. Sudden clicking close, patience at the line. Competitive catch point, and the confidence to trigger on a quarterback who's trying to bait with eyes. You add that, and the whole call sheet expands. Sim pressures look cleaner because you can lock one side. Rotations get faster because you're trusting leverage, not praying for it. And your best young corners get to learn next to someone who's already seen every version of bunch stacks and condensed splits. Now the market. Trades are loud this time of year, but free agency whispers can be louder when a vet is waiting for the right fit instead of the first check. Detroit's window is open. Cap-wise, the room exists to do a targeted deal that rewards production and protects the club with structure. Think flexible guarantees, playtime triggers, championship incentives. You don't need perfect. You need aligned. Timeline matters. Medicals, familiarity with the scheme's language, and a ramp plan so the player isn't gasping on a short week. If the move is real, you want him in walkthroughs immediately, then in a controlled snap count, then full speed by the stretch where seeding is decided. The goal isn't headlines on Wednesday. It stops on 3rd and 7 on Sunday. All right, deep breath. This is where the whispers get names, and the smoke feels like it has a source. The move on the table is this. Asante Samuel Jr., a free agent. To the Detroit Lions, that's the chatter with teeth right now. A path for Detroit to land a proven cover corner who fits the way this defense wants to live. And to do it on terms that keep the future intact. The conversation has picked up because the need is obvious, the fit is clean, and the timeline lines up with what contenders actually do when they center runway.y him. Start with the feet. Samuel plays mirror like a point guard. Shuffle, slide, explode. He thrives in off-man and match. Patient off the release. Eyes through the hip, sudden when the route declares. He has the short area twitch to sit on whip routes and the recovery to survive a false step when a wideout sells a double move. In Detroit, that translates to real options. You can lock him outside on G who win with craft, or kick him inside on money downs to bully option routes. Pair him with Brian Branch's instincts and the emerging outside length in this room. And you're drawing up rotations that steal throws, not just tackle them. Roll clarity. Picture a 3rd and 7 versus a condensed set. Press disguise, late roll, Samuel aligned at 5, outside shade. The slot runs a choice. The boundary runs a deep comeback. The back chips and releases. With Samuel confident to drive the choice and live alone when the comeback shows, the flat defender can rob the poke route. The safety can lean to the post, and your 4-man rush doesn't need a 5th to finish. That's the difference between punting from your 40 and punting from theirs. Turnovers are culture too. You don't chase picks. You build them. Samuel plays with eyes that invite mistakes. The subtle bait on speed outs. The late hands at the catch point. In a defense that preaches swarms, his break timing becomes contagious. And when corners finish, fronts hunt. Watch how often short fields turn into 7 in this league. Stealing a possession per game is worth as much as adding a rotational pass. Rusher, let's talk contract without pretending we're in the room. Sensible outcomes look like a multi-year framework with year 1 protection for Detroit and year 2 to 3 upside for the player if he stacks snaps and production. Roster bonuses tied to availability, playtime escalators, and team options that keep Holmes nimble as other extensions come due. It's the kind of deal contenders sign when they believe the fit makes the numbers smarter. Risks? Always. Corners live on an island, and the island is windy. Size on back shoulder throws against the elite X's, tackling volume when offenses spam quick game to make you prove it. The constant health management of a 17-game sprint. Detroit mitigates that with plan and people. Rotate responsibly. Coach the leverage. Marry pass rush to coverage, so you're not asking any DB to be a hero. Every snap. Culture fit is real here. Dan Campbell's standard isn't a speech. It's a Tuesday. Arrive early, compete late, bring juice when the room is flat. By all accounts, Samuel's edge plays, chirp in phase, celebrate with guys, then reset for the next call. A veteran who's been through late game fire helps the kids compress mistakes into learning instead of spirals. You don't just buy coverage. You buy poised out if this happens. The depth chart breeze. You can keep matchups instead of assignments. Travel when it makes sense. Bracket alpha routes with branch and safety rules, and let the younger corners pick spots that suit their strengths. Special teams get cleaner because the bottom of the room isn't scrambling between roles. And on weeks where an AFC heavyweight brings 2 legit separators, you finally feel like you can say, we've got answers. Now I want to hear from you. If Detroit can add a proven cover corner without mortgaging next March, are you in? Do you want him outside full time with the ability to kick inside on 3rd down? Or would you rather keep roles static and let the rush eat? Who do you think benefits most? The slot blitz package, the simulated pressures, or the red zone menu where 1 extra beat of coverage is a touchdown swing? Drop it all in the comments. This channel is sharper because you adopt my take. If the structure is smart and the medicals are clean, this is exactly the kind of calculated push contenders make. Targeted, scheme honest, and playoff relevant. But I'm going to say this with full respect for the process. Until pen hits paper and the photo drops, this is informed speculation, not an official announcement. When it's real, you'll hear it here fast, and we'll break down every snap.